Hello everyone, welcome to my corner of the world and welcome to my Sunday Live on September the 15th. I hope you're all doing well. I, on the other hand, sound as though I've got a cheese grater in my throat. I apologise. We got back from a holiday on Tuesday evening and by Wednesday lunchtime, I was thick with allergies, so welcome back to Texas, Cindy. That's what it does to you. So if you are out there, then maybe you'll just put in the live chat for me. Let me know that you're there. That should be on like the right-hand side of your screen. And I'm looking forward to you joining me today. Okay, so it's been a few weeks since I last did a live. Excuse me, my husband and I went on an extended vacation, which we had a wonderful time, and I'll try and fit in a few little bits and pieces while we are doing some card crafting today. So I put some thought into what I would like to do. As always, we're going to start with just the materials, and then we'll build it up from there. One of the things I wanted to do was use this set of dies, and I have used them before, and I can't remember if it was in a live, but certainly I've used them on cards that I've included in my blog and on my ordinary videos. So I think I've explained before that one of the things I do when I get some dies that I'm not quite sure what they're going to do for me, I will run them through with some card stock just to see what happens and what result I'm going to get. And then if I think it's going to be a good idea, I'll pop them back in the packet so that I can use them for sort of design work as I go along. Now, I thought I'd do a quite simple fancy fold today. Not a lot to it. It's an idea that one of my Stampin' sisters, Nicole Spinetto, reminded me of in a recent video of hers. And I know I've done something similar before, but I can't remember if I did a video on it. So we're gonna use that. We're gonna do that today. And if you've got any comments or questions as we go along, just go ahead. Pop them in that live chat. Let me know you're out there, and I'll do my best to answer any questions. So I've got some decorative paper. It's called Country Lace, and it's got some really pretty papers. You can see blues, or there's a little bit of, I remember the name of the colour. I'm out of practice, aren't I? Petal pink. And this is the beige. This is our new basic beige colour. And smoky slate. I think this is misty moonlight. And you can see that they're very sort of gentle patterns, and really nice patterns there. So I thought I would use the blue one. I'm a big fan of blue, and let's just hope that doesn't fall over. There we go. And that I would pair it with smoky slate. I think that gives us quite a nice sort of subtle contrast and some nice colours to use. Right, now then, we're going to start by cutting our piece of cardstock in a quick and very easy card base. And I'm literally going to cut this at 5.5 by 8.5. as I say, I'm thick with allergies, and all day yesterday my eyes watered. And I went outside in the morning. That was a big mistake. We have a lace bark elm in our back garden and I'm allergic to it, would you believe? So there's our starting point. Okay, and my plan is to do a pretty edging like this. So this die will leave the main part of the card and then just cut this decorative edge out. So will this one, and so will this one, but I don't know, I want a curved one. No, let's put that to one side. And then this is a very simple one. And the way that you can tell, if you don't want to go ahead and cut some samples like I do, if you look at the dies, if you look on one edge, I hope this is going to show, there's a rough edge, which is your cutting edge, and then here, it's smooth. So this is going to cut the pattern out, but it's not going to separate the strip from the card. So if you wanted to make some lace, you would have to sort of trim it afterwards. So let's just see. I know I've been and got some bits in here, but I might not use it, might I? So these will all cut a pretty pattern, but they won't cut a strip off of the card. So, excuse me. So this one here is quite pretty. I like that one. There. This one is pretty. I think I like that one there as well. That will give us a pretty edge. This one I like, but it's a bit plain for what I'm going for. So I'm going to be deciding between this one or this one. And I'm going to be having this paper on there as well. So it's a case of deciding which would work. So this grey will show through from, and probably white because I'll put a liner in it thinking about it. So I'm thinking I might go with this one, you know. I think I quite like that one. Right, so let's go ahead and get the die. Oh, it's already out. Oh, excuse me. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun today. I'm sure it's going to be fun with me sneezing my silly head off and croaking like an old bullfrog. Right. So now with my cutting machine, just so you know, I've got a number 1 plate and a number 2. Then I've got my number 3 plate down there, and then I can put my card and my die. Right, and this will just fit in. And I just need to make sure that I put the right edge out there. There's my cutting edge. I must admit, with my brain being as foggy as it is, it would not surprise me if I did actually cut it the wrong way. But hey, I did a little bit of card crafting on Thursday just to kind of get my hand back in. And I wasn't too adventurous. I chose to do something really simple. And it didn't turn out too bad. Right, let's see, why aren't you going to stick down for me? Stick down for me, be good, be obliging, thank you. And then a plate on top, like that. And then we just cut that through. Oh, it's a bit stiff because that's a big die to cross over, but that's okay, we're good. There. So let's see how it turns out. So we'll get rid of this and see what we've got. Okay. So we might need that again. Okay, so that looks pretty darn good. Let's see. Oh dear, well, it's not coming out as well as it should. Okay. Let's go ahead and try again. Now, I can probably line this all up to go through again. There we go. Right, now then, let's try again. Sind. Yeah, see, like I've lined it all up. It's just that middle piece. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a little scrap of card. And I'm just going to put it over that middle section just to give it a bit more, excuse me, a bit more thickness for that to come over. Let's see if we can make that happen this time. So it's going to be a bit of a there. Do it slowly and hopefully we got it going. Right. Let's see. Let's take a look. I think we've got a good cut now. I think we've got a good cut. Right. Yeah, look, the bits are falling out. There we go. So, where have I been for the last few weeks? Well, my husband and I have been on a cruise for 31 days. I know, 31 days, but we had a wonderful time. We travelled from Copenhagen all the way up the Norwegian coast and then back to Amsterdam, and then we sailed across the North Atlantic and visited Iceland and Greenland, Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, and then we went into New York for a couple of days, Bermuda, and then we ended up in the Bahamas. Let's get rid of all of this. And then into Miami. And it was just fabulous. And we had the greatest of time. And it came as a real shock on Wednesday morning when I had to make my own bed. So, as I say, I was as right as rain, absolutely perfect. I didn't have any issues with allergies while we were away. And then we get back, and then literally within, well, less than 24 hours, I was thick with allergies. So I wasn't best pleased, but we did have a lovely time. So now I want to cover, to measure. So this is 5.5, and then this is now what, 3 3/8. So I need to cut my decorative piece of paper accordingly. So if I do a strip, so 3 3/8, and I want a little bit of a margin, so 3 3/8. So if I cut this 3 1/8, let's see what that looks like. 3 1/8. Okay. And let's see what we've got. Well, I'm not so sure I like that. Well, maybe. So maybe I should have done it 3. I can use that piece of paper again. So let's say 3 1/8, so 3 1/4. Let's try 3 1/4. Let's see what that's like. I'll use that on something else. That's better. I like that better. And so if we then cut this, I'm going to cut this 5. Let's do 5 1/4. That should be lovely. And I'm going to do a second piece, 5 1/4, like this. And I'm going to pop that, put that inside. And that was the thing that Nicole did on her card. And so you've got interest inside and out, which I loved that idea. And then we need a piece to write your to you love from me. So I always keep some of those ready cut. So we've got that. Now, our stamp set. So our stamp set, I chose this one because it's got some lovely greetings in it. And I quite like the idea of using those butterflies. So let's pick one out. So I want to put butterfly inside. So which one shall I do? That's going to go like that, won't it? That look better like that. And that one up there like that. And we've got Misty Moonlight ink, so we'll use that one. Right. So we need a block. Here we go. Like that. And then if I just get another block, and pop one up there. And then, while we've still got everything inky, we'll just put one on an envelope like that. Making sure it's the right side, the right way up. It wouldn't be the first time that it wasn't the right way up. Now, this was where the fancy bit came in that I thought would be neat. So what we're going to do is we're going to make like a little buckle come across, sort of a flap. So we'll go ahead and use some of this. Now I'm thinking an inch wide might be too much. Inch wide. No, let's do 3/4. That's a bit more dainty, because we've got dainty going on here. We have got dainty going on. And I'm gonna put a score at 1/2 inch. Right. So there's my score. So let me show you what is in my mind to do. Is we're going to stick that down there, and then we're going to use this to hide the mechanics, like that. That will close, and that will have this over like that, and that will go like that. Obviously it's too long at the minute, but I think I want to put a little piece of this on there as well. So if this is 3/4 inch, this needs to be just under 3/4 inch. Okay, let's see, excuse my head if it's in there. It's just that runny eyes, my vision isn't as good as it should be either. But I did my lives last year after surgery for a detached retina, so I can certainly do it with juicy eyes today. Right, so that's going to go like that. So let's go ahead and get that stuck down. A little bit of liquid there. Let's get it out of the way so I don't get it where I don't want it. There we go. And then to attach it to my card, I am going to use some double-sided tape. Partly because it does give a good firm adhesion, but partly because I don't want to wait for it to dry while we are doing the live. So there. I'm going to give that a good rub down, make sure it is nicely stuck. And then, with the help of one of these tools, just going to get that off. And I think I did something dumb, but it's not irretrievable. Let's see. I'm going to have adhesive on both sides now because I did put it on the wrong side. I told you it was going to be a good chance that things would not go my way today, but hey, you don't care. Right, so we're going to put this roughly in the middle. Okay, but roughly and is in the middle is not good enough for me, as you know, if you know me, with my engineering background. So this is 2, and so roughly there. No, 2 3/4 is halfway. So if I put it there's 2 3/4 there. That's it. And that's kind of lined up with that edge. And then we can go ahead and put this down. There we go. So that's going to go like that, and that's going to go like that, right? And now I'm going to go ahead and stick this piece down. Like that. Right. And now we need to do something with this. So this is where we're going to do a greeting. And so I have got out this one, okay. I didn't put this one in yet, did I? I thought it was strange. I had this one still there and I hadn't. There we go. Let's pop that down. Lovely. Like that. So, we've got some greetings. Now, I've got this die set called Unbounded Love, and it coordinates with a set of just greetings. But I want to use the greetings from this stamp set. So, although I'm using two sets of dies, I only want to use one stamp set. So, we're going to have a look to see what will fit. And I had a bit of a play with these two earlier, just to see what I could get to work. I think I've used these in another live. So this is one of the greetings I want to use. I thought I'd use, let's see. Wishing you a beautiful birthday. Will that fit in? Ooh, it will. Something lovely. The thank you, if you want to do a thank you card, that will fit in nicely as well. And then there's this one, which is lovely. Hope is a beautiful thing that flutters in the soul. Yes, very inspirational, that. And that fits in there beautifully as well. I think I'm going to use the birthday one, and this is what I'm going to do. Right. Now, I've got these two. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this like that, and then I'm going to put this in the middle. So let's put this on a block, and we're going to stamp this onto a piece of white card. And let's get a suitable piece of white card, so it's not going to be a lot of waste. I'm bending down now, that's why I've probably gone a bit faint. Let's see what we've got in my drawer. Will this one do it to it? It will if I get it in the right place. Right, so we're going to go ahead and use the same colour ink, I think, that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to pull this forward a little bit so I can see without getting my head in. Right, I need to get it in the centre. Top and bottom. There we go. Let's go get the old doodah out. And we're going to need some sticky to do the business. Make sure I got it as level as I possibly can. So we were all quiet today, but that's okay. Maybe me suddenly being back on again is a bit of a surprise. Right, so I've got this bit, which looks like I've cut it off. So there we go. I've got this bit. And what I thought would work would be to get the other die, which is here. Now this one will cut out the edge and it will put like little stitching around the inside, but it won't cut an oval like the other one did. So we're gonna just take a little bit of card. We don't want to put all of that through. Like this. Oh, we've been going about a half an hour. That's not bad. Okay, so see what I mean here? It's got lovely stitching around the outside, and this looks really good in there, doesn't it? This looks really lovely. So we're going to stick that down. And like that. There we go. And then I'm going to put this here like that. So I'm thinking I just need to trim that off level because that bit's not really going to show. And then I'll use these sticky pads and I'm going to put them on that little bar. Oh, hello Jenna Marie. Thank you for joining me. I'm not sure how much you've seen. Let's see, how much room have I got underneath there? I think I'm good. Oh, you have to watch the replay. Okay, well the replay will be there, but thank you for joining in at this time anyway. I appreciate that very much. So I need to put this roughly in the centre. And you, as I just said earlier, you know me and roughly. Me and roughly doesn't work too well. So this is like 4 1/4. So 4 1/4 is going to be 2 1/8. So roughly I'm going to pop it kind of there. There we are. Right. So I've got some pearls and I've got some rhinestones and I've got some ribbon. So you have a vote, Jenna Marie. Shall we use pearls or rhinestones? And I think I'm going to just, because this was what Nicole did, and I really liked. I'm not going to do a bit round there. I'm going to just tie a bow and stick it on with a glue dot, because I really don't think I am capable of tying a bow that is linked to something today. We might be here all afternoon. Rhinestones. Rhinestones it is then. So I thought that I would just kind of pop that there. Let's see some rhinestones, some blue dots. Oh, looks like this one's very nearly finished. There, like that. Stick it up real close, Cindy. And then we'll put in a few rhinestones. Right. So, I use these big ones because oftentimes I get left with just a sheet of big ones. Actually, that will give it a bit more weight to hold it down like that, look, see. And then we just put a few little ones around. And my friend Ellie always talks about doing odd numbers. So that's 3. So maybe I need to put just a couple more. There. Right, well, I think I'm done. So there's my envelope, and here's my card, and I guess I could put something in there. Maybe I could put another part of the greeting on there, but I'm going to leave it plain for now. And there we have our card finished. So I'm just going to scooch in so that you can see it better. Hopefully that didn't make you seasick. And there we are for this week. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you've got any comments or questions, you can always put those in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And I'll be back next week at the same time with another live. And I've already got an idea of what I'm going to do, which is very unusual because usually it's something that I think of during the week. But I have got an idea and we can work it out together. So in the meantime, thank you very much for choosing to spend some time with me today. I hope you have a good rest of your day and I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye for now.